It's the final day of TechCrunch's annual Disrupt Startup Conference in San Francisco. Disrupt brings together startup founders, investors, and tech entrepreneurs looking to discover what's next in business. TechCrunch is owned by Yahoo, which is also the parent company of Yahoo Finance. Here with the biggest topics at the conference is TechCrunch reporter Alex Wilhelm. Alex, let's start with the obvious here. How are entrepreneurs talking about AI at the conference?
Well, I mean, honestly, I wish they would talk about something else part of the time. I say with a slight tongue-in-cheek feel, but it certainly is the main point of conversation where AI is going to disrupt existing business models and companies, where it's going to find new purchase in new sectors and amongst new demographics, and then also kind of who's doing it best right now. So it's a pretty wide-ranging conversation, but it seems to be a part of every conversation.
Alex, one of the things that we've been talking about here at the New York Stock Exchange all week is just the tech IPOs, whether in fact the relative strength, although the stock is down now, we're talking about ARM, Instacart, Klaviyo, whether that's going to lead to a bigger pipeline of some of these startups coming forward. I mean, you've got startups at the conference. What's the chatter on the sidelines about whether they feel like they want to test the public markets?
Well, the founders that are here are a little bit more early stage than companies that are going to be thinking about going public. But I have been talking to a lot of venture capitalists who are also here who do have a later stage portfolio. And I think everyone's pretty happy that each of those IPOs went well. ARM priced and then opened above, as we all know. And then from the other two IPOs, we also saw raised ranges. And then in the case of Klaviyo, they actually priced above that raised range. So it feels like a little bit of momentum. But I think if you're coming off of an 18-month IPO drought in the startup world, anything seems like a cool drink of water. So I think it's a little early to say, but everyone is watching those debuts carefully and keeping track of their stock prices in the aftermath to see if those early gains hold up or if they just kind of blow off.
So, Alex, AI, public debuts, what other takeaways you have for us there? What else are you hearing on the ground?
Yeah, so what has really been a surprise to me and a pleasant one is that I thought overall optimism, energy would be a little bit down this year. Tech stocks have had a rough couple of quarters. We've seen a dramatic repricing of tech valuations in the private and public markets. But instead, walking around here, talking to founders, talking to investors, everyone's pretty stoked. You wouldn't even really know that we're supposed to be in kind of a downturn moment in the startup world. So optimism still reigns. And that's, I think, good news for both the American economy and the global economy writ large, because, if entrepreneurs are very busy and they believe the future will be better, then they're going to build lots of good stuff. So that's been a pleasant surprise. And then the other thing that's kind of taken me a little bit is people talking about the impact of AI on labor and kind of where we're going to see the most changes in the modern labor economy when AI becomes a little bit more widely distributed. So that's also caught my eye.
All right, TechCrunch reporter Alex Wilhelm, thanks so much for that. We appreciate it.